when we have something in the style of a photographer, and especially a photographer that it's kind of hard to pin down exactly what their style is, it's a lot difficult to come up with photos. Okay. So I didn't expect that many photos this time. Uh, and the reason I do this is really to get people out of their comfort zone, try something different, discover, you know. Some of the photos I'm showing tonight aren't exactly anything out of this world. Uh, but it's just to show you how you can play with the idea. Now, Rinko, Japanese photographer. Okay, now there's very interesting because Rinko, and I'm going to try to re get the year. I'm trying to remember the year. Um, in 2001, okay, first time she actually showed her work. She produced three books, okay, at the same time, okay, and that was her first showing of her work. And she basically took the art scene by storm, you know. Her style is basically kind of a poetic, intimate, catching fleeting moments of life. Another American photographer that kind of similar is Alec. God, I'm gonna screw his last name, and he's one of my favorite photographer. I'm not doing. I told you I am not doing the Alex Stoff. Let me get. I gotta get his name right because I am gonna be so embarrassed. Alex Stoff. He's from Michigan. Massive photographer. His style is very simple. He does portraiture mostly. Um, and another one you should check out. Actually, I was thinking of doing it in his style, but it's similar in some respects. He does people more than doing little fleeting things, here and there. So basically poetic, surreal kind of images. Um, we have this one here, and I think they did a great job of her style, with the colors. She also works very much with soft colors and natural light, dreamlike quality. And I think this photo actually nails it. Beautiful, you know. Um, Let me see. So gorgeous photo. I think this is fantastic. Any comments on this photo, or have anybody seen other works from Rinko?
Yeah, I see a couple of videos.
Uh-huh.
It was very, very interesting.
Yeah, like I said, it puts you out of your comfort zone.
Yes. You can see other things that you normally don't do.
Exactly. Here we go with the flowers. Again, beautiful, soft, dreamy, kind of poetic. The first one, I like the first one better, but that's just me. Again, that's all. She has a tendency to do a little bit of overexposure at times, a Rinko. So I see where she gets the idea. And I think some of the photos I've seen tonight are really very beautiful. Um, Again, the pastel colors, soft, dreamy state. This could be a very shiny marble top.
So all these photos are from her.
No, no, this is from oh God, I forgot her name. She comes to the club. She's gonna kill me. I know she's gonna listen to this. And she was supposed to email me.
Okay.
I maybe and she was gonna talk about these photos. Let me send a message to Barbara.
That's
She's
okay. I mean, we can enjoy the images.
Yeah, she did a great job of this of these photos, I think. Um this one I don't know whose this photo is. This is Scoots Frames. It's Alan JPEG. I don't know if this is Barbara or not. I'm not sure. Does anybody know who this was? Does this ring a bell?
No.
Anybody here? Now she did Rinko did one like very similar to that with birds. So I see where they got that influence. I would like to see more motion though in this photo. Does anybody have a comment on it or see here? Let me see.
I mean, the colors, the kind of the, calm, and I like it. I mean, it is.
There's a, let me see. I can probably, I'm going to stop share and I'm going to share a Rinko photo right there. Share. See, I think that's where the chooser was getting the inspiration.
Yeah, that's the movement that you're talking about.
That's the movement that I'm talking about.
Yes.
This was from Rinko. This one's a Rinko. Uh, let's share again. Preview. There we go. Share. Okay. Again, the surreal. I don't know who took this photo. Are they here?
It was me,
It
and
was you.
I was thinking about the light, and because some of her pictures where you see is like a strident light somewhere, and that was
Exactly.
like, but maybe
No,
bright is too.
I think actually I don't think the problem is okay. If you want to make, I think, and actually I came up with it afterwards because I already did my photos. I would go back and edit them. I think if there were slightly softer focus and create more of a dreamlike state,
Okay,
I still think the colors are beautiful. It's I want it to be a little bit lighter.
okay.
Lighter in the sense of the stone wall seems very heavy to me. And of course, this is my opinion, okay? It's your
Mhm.
photo. If you love it, love it. I don't like when people try to poo-poo on somebody else's photos and stuff like that because, and I don't think it's a bad photo, okay? Don't take me wrong, but I think it could be if you were a little bit softer, it's very, very sharp.
Okay.
And I think if it were a little softer, it would be, I think gives a closer image to Rinko.
Hmm.
You said more than one photo, right? I hope.
Yeah, like 4 or 5.
Oh, awesome. This is yours also?
Yeah, you remember this place, right?
Oh, yeah, I remember that place. This is perfect.
Times.
The play with light,
Yeah,
you know, that's I definitely like this one. And by the way, she normally doesn't do color. I mean, she doesn't do black and white normally. So, and I have a bunch of black and whites copying her style. Be you, you know what I mean? I guess the best way is get um ideas from her and combine it with your own and make it yours, you
exactly.
know?
Yeah.
And I think this one perfect.
Yeah, I think that the two gates closed and the one open kind of adds something to the some questions there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I tell you, this is an empty area in on 8th Street, and you always seem to take some interesting everybody seems to take some interesting photos of this location,
Yeah.
and it's not I mean, there's nothing there, but there's definitely stuff there, but you know what I mean? If you look hard enough, you find interesting things.
This is mine,
Okay.
one of mine. Yeah, I felt that the three flowers that were almost in line just kind of was the quiet solitude that I saw in a lot of her images.
No, I agree. I'm looking. I have another screen. This is a great thing is I have another screen. Let me see. No, no, exactly. I'm looking at stuff right now, like she did a whole bunch of daisies with a blue background. I think what I'm noticing in her work, I'm learning, by the way, into this whole process, is that very contrasty colors. She's sort of like the backgrounds are almost one single color in some of these photos. And that's not true. I'm looking here at the child grabbing a daisy. Very soft focus. I think a lot of her stuff is very soft focus. And I like the photo.
Thank you.
Me too. It's very poetic.
Thank you.
This one is,
It's one of mine also.
I think
It
here,
is.
this is, I think, very much like her style. More so than the other one.
It's called Better Living Through Software.
Huh?
It's, there's a lot of editing in that photo. So I mean, you commented about her photos having a bright exposure. So the backgrounds have been brightened. The thistle flower and the bee were separated from the rest of the image, and then I had to go in it and then uh, get the bee to be a little bit darker so he was more visible. But it's very. I felt it was similar to a couple that she had. One was with uh, I'll say a miniature frog, but probably more like a
Oh yes,
microscopic
I know which one
frog.
you're talking about.
Yeah, and then there was another one she had with a an insect on a hand. I thought this kind of captured that. It just really focuses on it.
No, I think you did great on this photo. Honestly, you did
Thank
great
you.
on it. And I don't have a problem with editing a photo. I mean, it's like saying everybody wants to push, oh, it's in camera and in camera. Ansel Adams thought that the image wasn't done until it was processed in the dark room. We don't have dark rooms anymore. We have light room in which we can do all of our editing. But this whole idea that a photo has to be done in camera to me is pure BS. Okay.
Uh,
First of all, the amount of processing that goes on to create an image in the camera, it's been processed to death already. Okay. Let's get real. First of all, the camera, does anybody know how the colors are produced? They're all interpolated. You know, it's
yeah,
the camera sees basically the sensor only sees black and white. It does not see any other color. There's a Bayer array, which is a bunch of different colored dots in different patterns, and that let certain colors go through. The computer goes in and looks at the colors and look at the colors around it and then interpolates what the color's supposed to be. Really complicated. And that's what makes some cameras look different than the other. You always say like Canon Color Science or Leica has a special style is because they're using their own algorithms to analyze this photo and turn it into an image that can be seen by us. Uh, and it's really hard to find a photo that just has the Bayer array. Bayer, like the aspirin, by the way. Uh,
yeah. One other comment I want to make is that uh, one of the I watched three additional YouTube videos to the one link that you sent us, and one of them they talked about her camera, and she used her camera of choice for film was a Rolleiflex 6x6. So I made several of my images square just to kind of try to pick up that aspect of uh, her
I
photography.
absolutely adore square frame pictures. If you've seen a lot of my photos, you will find that a lot of them are you know, here, that's a, let me see if I can, it's a small image, rats. But if you look up Bay Array, I don't want to get lost in it, but you will be surprised what the image actually looks before it gets demosaic and turned into an image. Great shot over here. And I'm spending more time because we don't have as many photos, so I can give myself the luxury of rambling. She did a lot of fireworks and stuff like that. This is also yours, Mike?
Yes, yeah, she did one book that's just fireworks. And I think one of the things that made fireworks appeal to her is she was looking at things that were transient, were here now and then disappeared. And liked about this photo is you've got the initiation with the rockets going up, and then the rockets in the sky that are dissipating. That was a nice kind of contrast there.
No, great shot. And it isn't the typical firework. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's a firework. There's more to it than that. It's more subtle. Even though I think you have one that is pretty much a, yes,
Yeah, the next one.
that's the next one. I remember.
Yeah,
But I
and
like that.
she has
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
she had a couple like this that I saw, so I went through all the different videos. So I thought I should include it. And again, both of these, it was interesting when I started looking. I had a bunch of fireworks photos. I started going through there. I started trying to see which ones looked like ones that would be similar to what she did, and I was able to find some longer exposures. And that's where you start getting the long streaks. And the fireworks are so bright. In the previous one, I'm sure that all the little white dots out there weren't visible at one time in my eye, but because the camera had it was 30th of a second, or no, these were like around 10th of a second. Camera had enough time to capture all the lights, so you got little additions in there. And again, I tried to capture the rockets going up.
Now, what I'm looking at her photos is just something that she does in a lot, is that she manages to get humans and structures,
Yeah.
not just the sky. And that's interesting. I mean, it's like something I have to look at next time I do fireworks. But then again, it's very hard to find fireworks around here that you're going to see people in the foreground.
Uh, I agree, but I had the same reaction. Is the next time I'm going to make sure that I at least get some photos that have silhouettes in there, or structures in there. The Founders Park in Isla Morada has a very nice fireworks show for the 4th, and it's big field, and they've got a kind of a bandstand there. So I think if
Yeah.
I put my mind to it, I could probably come up with something.
I snuck onto the Biltmore golf course on yes, this sneak into Billboard golf course, and they did their fireworks show. I've never seen a fireworks show like that because they're on top of you. They're really, really spectacularly close. And there are people. And I'm like, I think after seeing some of her photos, I would like to go back and revisit it and see how I can use it. But again, that's the great thing when you discover these people. It's like, that's an interesting way of doing it. It's like, please correct me. You guys got better names than I do. The guy from the zoo, the Metro Zoo. Um, I'm terrible with names. The photographer over there.
Ron McGill.
Hey, thank you. McGill on one of his says he sees the photographing animals like portraitures. Instead of shooting animals, you're shooting portraitures. He uses a flash, with a telephoto flash to light them and all that. And I said, I've never thought of it that way. I always thought of shooting animals. How about shooting a portrait? Look at them as portraitures of the animal. In my mind, it made a difference. I don't know if it would make a difference in your mind, but in my mind, it definitely did. Oops, wrong screen.
The Founders Park fireworks was very good. I've done it last couple of years. I went on the jetty. I did not include the people in it, so I got all the boats on the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, but she did that also. She had people, she had uh and I'm gonna look at something else. Jeez. See if it found it.
Yeah, first time I went to the Founders Park was in 2023, and I was on the jetty, and that was a really nice place. And then I did it this past year, and I was in the just the general field. So
Uh-huh.
so I think it'll be interesting. Again, I think trying to get some sort of perspective beyond the fireworks is could make them interesting photos.
This
Right.
is from my street photographer instructor.
Ooh,
I'm assuming this was in Coney Island. And I actually own a print of this. Um, again, I'm pretty sure he probably saw some of her photos, and got influenced by it. And go back to sharing and back to this, which again, the soft lighting, the moment. Who's this photo? Oh, whose photo is this? Oh, wait a minute, let me check.
you need to share.
Yeah, I realize
Yeah,
that.
this is another one of mine. And again, I picked up a lot of the pastel colors, and I tried to go after the pastel colors. And it was an interesting experience trying to do that in Photoshop. And this is one that I thought turned out reasonably well in terms of soft colors and just a bright overall image.
I agree. And I remember this is just me. I mean, I'm debating back and forth between the little chain here, the roped off area.
Yeah,
I find it a little distracting, but then again, if I look at it from a distance, I sort of like it. I'll go back and forth. But I think I would have cropped it out or stepped over it or try to get closer to it.
yeah.
Again,
I
very, yeah, go ahead.
probably should have given it. I should have given it one shot in Photoshop to see if it would come out. But yeah, it was. I struggled with that also, and I ended up leaving it in.
Yeah, no, I keep going back and forth. It's like sort of like your eye gets drawn to it every single time you sort of like bounce back to it. I think that's my biggest problem with it. It distracts you from the actual subject.
Yep.
They should be able to, I mean, the AI on Lightroom should really be easy to take. Now, is it that soft or you softened it afterwards?
That that's um, that's out of camera focus. I didn't use any sort of blur on it,
Okay, all right.
and that was
Interesting.
with the Sony RX 1R. I can never get those letters right. There's too many of them.
Yeah,
Anyway,
leave it to Sony for that.
yeah,
Like a great shot.
I
And you're gonna be there again. You can redo this, except the lighting is gonna be really freaking harsh.
well, it'll be different because this was actually at Hollywood Beach, not
Oh,
in
Hollywood
Miami
Beach.
Beach. Yep.
They have a lot. It'll be fun. We'll walk to the beach and probably walk back. Actually, probably from Capital One Cafe. We'll walk the beach a little bit. It's difficult, the beach, walking on the beach. And then probably walk back. And if people want to stay longer, they can. And the reason I'm making it so short, or I think it may be short, it may not be, is that it gets really hot. The heat that we're
Yeah.
having is really painful. So I'm assuming it depends how much. I mean, I think going to the beach and back is going to take a lot out of people. You can also walk to along the beach and end up in Ocean Drive and the Art Deco district. That's also you can do that. And I'll show you how to get there.
Okay.
I really don't want to go. I don't think I really want to do the Art Deco section, but if enough people wanted to do it, we'll walk to the Art Deco. Again, it depends on the heat.
And this is one of mine also.
Yeah,
This was this was trying to go after um, the details in a scene. We had all the green trees, and the one has was changing colors.
I love this yellow tree here.
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel very critiquey today. I would make this more the focus of the whole photo. Crop a lot of this out and just like focus on that tree, that yellow tree outside of all that green. That may be interesting. But again, then it would be my photo, not your photo. Just ideas. Oh, this is gorgeous. Who took this?
That's mine.
Love it.
I mean, for me, this is all about light, and that's what I get. That's what I get from her, the light. But now
Poetry.
that I saw your images, I guess that I have a different perspective because
No, and that is perfectly fine. I'm like, where is this though?
what is this?
Where is it?
This is in the Patagonia, Chile,
Patagonia.
it's Torres del Paine. This
No,
is a very abrupt terrain. The wind and it was incredible, but beautiful. Yep.
I'm going back. I go back to her photos and because you're just black and white. She likes to do color. Again, and I have a lot of black and white photos myself. Um,
But she does black and white too, right? I saw a few black and white from her.
no,
I
no, she does, but that mostly is color. But yeah, she does some black
color.
and white.
Okay. Okay.
Um, I
This
have no
reminds me of
problem
one of her.
with when.
This, I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
This reminds me of one of hers where she had a stream running into a lake. The way the water just kind of leads you back into the peaks.
Uh,
I think it's a fantastic photograph. Period. Uh, Definitely your own. Rinko inspired, but it is definitely your own photo.
yeah.
No problem with that. You'll see, you can get criticized my photos too, please. But I think it's fantastic. I love that photo.
Thank you.
See, I wish we could do we do have gallery events, and I would love for it to be not Everglades specific.
Exactly.
I have been fighting for that for a long time, not Everglades specific. That is gorgeous. Love it. Reminds me of ah, book. Uh Sebastio Salgado.
Uh-huh. Oh my God. Yeah. It's the
That's what it
contrast.
reminds me of. He
Yeah.
passed away, by the way.
Yes.
Are you familiar with him, Mike?
No, no, I'm not. I haven't heard of him
Ooh.
before.
Oh, definitely look at the book is Genesis. He's a Brazilian.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The man is, I consider him one of the world's greatest photographers. He's photographed so much stuff. He's just insane, insane. But check out his book. Genesis is the book I own, but he did Genesis, Amazon. He used to be a news reporter, and he did a lot of stuff in the Middle East and the oil rigs and fires and stuff like that. And him seeing, in his own word, he said he saw so much pain that it actually affected him physically, where his body was shutting down. He went to the best doctors, and the doctor says, your photography is literally killing you, you know? So he switched from all of these to, animals and nature, and it's just spectacular work. Spectacular work. That may be an interesting class. What do you guys think of a meeting at the camera, see, it just doesn't translate well to Zoom, where I bring a lot of photo books, where people can look at it and discuss the books. Hmm. I don't know if that will work for a monthly meeting though.
It sounds good. And I have a few of Sebastião Salgado too.
Maybe not a monthly meeting, but do a club meeting where we meet in a look. Maybe we can get again the library. We can get the library to host it, and we
Mhm.
all bring our photo books, and we can, you know, look at through all our books and discuss the photos. That may be very nice. I just doesn't translate well to a Zoom meeting. That's an in-person meeting, period. Well, I'll see if we can manage that. Actually, the Leica store Miami just did that, or is gonna do that, where they're gonna have a get together on photography books.
Okay.
Maybe
Gorgeous.
an in-person frame it at the library.
We can do that. We can do that. I can talk to them and see if we can get one. I mean, it's just as a Zoom meeting, it's not going to happen. Well, they don't. I don't think they care because they do other stuff that is not a Zoom meeting. It just has to be open to anybody in the public library system. They can come in and look, which I don't have a problem with. And actually, it's book related. They may be very, you know, I think they'll like that idea. Hmm.
Me too.
I'll push for it. Remind me, guys. Okay.
Okay.
Like I said, today was a rough day. My mind isn't all there. But yes, I absolutely love this photo.
This is the same place, Patagonia Chilena.
I wish he didn't have a camera in his hand.
I mean, I didn't want to take it out of the image because somehow it
Well,
makes
I think I like the idea that there was a person in it. I just wish he didn't have a damn camera.
the camera.
But
Well,
you
it
know
was,
what? That's what the image is. There's a guy with a camera there.
yeah.
You know, I believe me. There's a lot of stuff I do not take out of ca I'm not one of those that the image has to be perfection.
Mm-hmm.
I like the wabi sabi, which means the beauty in imperfection.
And the impression that you get when you first see the image, because when
Yeah.
you start taking things off or soft in other things, then it lost what initially, I mean, at least for me.
Okay, you know
Uh,
what? Since Mike you asked about street photography, I'm gonna take this as a street photography picture.
okay.
Okay, as a street photography picture, okay, you know what could make it better?
Uh-huh.
Him looking at the mountains instead of looking at the
Okay.
camera. And I
So,
think that's
yeah,
really what annoys me is that he's looking at the camera instead of the beautiful imagery in front of him.
I agree on that totally.
You know, I think that's really, it's not the camera that's the issue, is that he's staring, he's chimping instead of
Yes.
look. Now you could have waited until, but you weren't thinking in that respect.
No, it
You
was
know,
it was a mistake. When I saw the picture, it was a mistake. Like afterwards, I said, okay, I'll keep it.
but yeah, it would be much more interesting photo if he's just looking at instead of chimping, you
Yeah,
know.
I agree. Definitely.
Okay. Just interesting. Sometimes you have to look at photos differently, you
Mhm.
know. It's like as a street photography, yeah, all you need is like people. But
Yes.
but where are they looking? That's what makes sense.
Yeah.
This is mine. This is on Key Biscayne. I've always okay, I have a tendency I always like this photo. I've never shown it to anybody, by the way. I just don't think there is that much into it, you know. But I think it sort of does what she does, which is a poetic image, a fleeting moment, a
Hmm.
slice of life in Key Biscayne, you
Yep.
know.
Yeah.
And maybe explains why I like it.
Yeah. I
You
like
know.
it too.
And
Like,
that one, by the way, that was a minimal processing. That was pretty much the picture as it was from the camera because I never planned to show it, so I really didn't work with it too much. This one, I increased the exposure just a little bit. Um, see, like I showed you before, this is an
Yeah.
alipata. You know, yes, I wish that this stroller wasn't there full of stuff, but in a way, I also think, or the car in the background would go away. But then again, that wouldn't be what I saw with. But I've always liked the look on her face.
I actually think the shopping cart kind of adds to it because looks like she's
All
got a
the
shopping
girls,
bag as well.
exactly. You know. Again, some like I said, so a lot of these photos I normally don't shoot. These are old photos, by the way, most of them. I only shot one that's new. Everything is old photos because I tend to like this style of photography and I have a ton of it that I've never showed to people. So I'm thinking I maybe have to start showing some of that stuff. I don't think it's for everybody, but it doesn't have to be. This is in Coney Island or on the way to Coney Island. I just love the feet, the shoes left behind.
Yeah.
You know, it's to me it has a story. What happened to this person? You know,
Yeah.
rapture, taken, who knows? And
Yeah.
you know, so I this is personal. I like it. Um, and I have
I
another
agree.
it's kind of similar kind of style on that. And the kid looking back, it's like I think makes it.
Yeah.
But I love this photo. Like I said, I don't show it to much anybody. This is the same thing in Coney Island. I don't know. I was very hesitant to show this one. I don't think it's all that. Maybe if it was black and white would be better. But I do like the toys just being dragged away. But I don't think it's a great shot. I think it's pretty vanilla. But included it. Because it does have some, I almost felt like cropping it completely and just the toys. I think that may have made it a little bit more like her style. I have a feeling I can do more with this photo. But I also have a lot of found object photos. What's your opinion? Hey, you can tell me it sucks. I'm not going to be hurt.
No, it's a
No,
different, it's a, go, go,
no,
go.
go ahead. You go ahead, Maria.
No, it's a different kind of shot. I mean, first thing I would like the head of the woman, but maybe
Nope,
you're
there's no head of the woman in the picture. I couldn't get the head of the
okay.
picture.
So I guess it's something like something that is happening at that moment and boom. That's what
Exactly.
the impression that you get. And I love the toys, like kind of getting carried away by the water or left there or whatever. I mean, I find it interesting, you know,
No. And the funny thing is like when I took this photo, I was not thinking of the people. I was thinking of the toys.
the
That's why
toys.
her head was cut off.
Exactly.
I was like, I'm gonna crop them out, and then it's like, oh, wait a minute. I think it would have been better if her head was there, but you know, the girl was there. I figure that's good enough. The girl's there.
Yeah, you need the girl for
You
the
need the
toy.
girl. And by the way, there is nothing like New York to take street photography. It's just it's just amazing. Coney Island was amazing. Everybody was just having fun and enjoying their lives. It's just not like here. Nobody's outside. Everybody's inside in the air conditioner. You know. Again, Coney Island. Now,
Nice
this one I could
Sunster.
have made softer. You see, I'm going to use my own critique. I didn't want to touch it, but yes, I could have made it softer, more dreamlike. Go ahead, Mike.
I was gonna say it's very nice Sunstar.
Yes, it was. I got it. I got the timing right on that one.
Yeah, having the swing right there is just excellent.
You know, that's it's actually one of my. I love this photo. I want to go back to New York now.
Yeah, I love it too. Like it a lot.
You know, and this is actually a vertical shot. It sort of like blends into a. It's a vertical shot, and I was just goofing around. This is actually uh, the door to the from the bedroom to the back porch, and you had the billowy curtains. And they were, you know, I just got tired of waiting for the curtains to flow the way I wanted it, you know. But I sort of liked that wispy one, and I think there may be a shot there. I just need to work on it harder. And I think that is the last shot. No, no, wait a minute. This one. I forgot about this. That's my last shot of the whole thing. Again, very surreal, and that's what I was shooting for. This was over in Homestead. By We went there to shoot hummingbirds. Actually, you know, it's black and white. I process. It's actually there wasn't that much processing because this is highly cropped and very grainy, so it sort of made itself. But I like it. I don't know if there was I don't know if I could have removed this giant twig here or that adds to it. I don't know. But I enjoy the photo.
Yeah, maybe without this.
This black one here.
Yes, yes. Now that I just say it, I can see it. Just try, and if
No, no,
not,
I will definitely try because this is
because the rest is all go together.
yeah, that
And
one's sort of like the sore thumb. It sort of like distracts from the bird.
uh-huh.
Yeah, I will definitely. Oh shoot, are you still seeing the picture?
Yeah, I've got a question on this one, Elfin. Did,
Okay,
uh,
if I can find
did
it
you
again.
no, when you before you cropped it, did you look at it at this resolution in a color state?
It almost looked like black and white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it didn't. Okay, where the heck is it? I lost you guys, you know that.
And then I'd like to make a comment on the previous one. I had to go on mute for a moment, but I like that. I thought that was pretty cool with the curtains blowing in the background and looking
Oh,
through
you
the
did?
door. Oh yeah.
There were it was just sort of like I didn't have an I wanted to take the photo and move on with my life at the moment. But I was like, no, there was some, where you're seeing it in your head, but you're not quite capturing it yet.
Yeah.
And by the way, I have no idea where that share screen went to. Okay. Just so you know. I think I may have to do this and quit Lightroom. Yes. Back up. One second. I have a feeling that as soon as I close back Lightroom, it will come back. You're still seeing the screen, right?
Yeah. We're saying the hummingbird.
You're seeing the hummingbird. Okay. Okay. It's pause. How do you unpause? Resume? Hey, I found something. I discovered something. See, but I'm gonna have fun there because those curtains flow all the time. I like the idea that you're looking through the next what is it in a couple of months it'll be through glass.
Yep.
Maybe I'll work on something like this and get it work something differently with it. Oops. Oh, I thought that was the last one, but oh no, there's two more. That's it. This is my front yard. I don't know. The more I look at it, I don't think it quite is in Rinko style. I don't see it. You know, maybe I can fiddle around with it more and make it that way, but I shouldn't have included it. And then this one, which I like. Who's this one? Who did this? Let me see if I can tell by the name. Subframe it Allen. Allen. Okay. There's no Allen here today, so probably Allen submitted it. I love it. I think it's that dreamy, surreal look. Actually, looks like a color version of the hummingbird. That same effect around the bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the last one. So stop the share. Okay. Uh, uh, Okay, let me get through here. Some really great photos, some really beautiful artistic shots. So I'm happy. We didn't have that many photos, but I think we did really good. I'm very happy with the photos
Yeah.
tonight.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was a very interesting challenge, and it drove me to do. Normally, when I look at photographers, I tend to focus on technical, and you can't focus on technical with Rico to see her style. You really gotta
No,
just sort of go after other things and try to see where the consistency is in the images. So
the
it was
emotion
good
of it.
exercise. Yeah.
Now, if you want to, recommend these are, I think they're relatively cheap. There's several books. Let me see if I can remove the avatar. Uh, okay, okay, settle down. Okay. Ah, wrong camera. Okay, there we go. This is the book. I don't know if you can see it there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Um, this, like I said, they also have 50, there's more than 150. This is the contemporary photographers, but there's also another one which is 50 photographers you should know. They go very briefly into so many photographers. That's how I discovered Rinko was in this book. And I seriously recommend it. You can look at it. It's cheap. I think this, I forgot what I paid for it, you know. And they even have a timeline of how they existed with everybody,
Oh,
you know. Um, and like I said, you will be highly rewarded just looking at the book. It isn't heavy in the sense of like you have to read a lot. It's just the photographer, their style, two or three photographs from what they do, and opens up your mind to what's out there, you know.
oh, thanks for the suggestion.
Oh, you're welcome. Like I said, there's so many great photo books out there, you know. I don't think we give them enough credit, you know. Now for next week, next Frame It is going to be street photography. We're going to be doing this Saturday. We'll be at Lincoln Road Mall. Um, and we'll see how that goes. We could also do in the future, we could do Coral Gables. Or we can do Key Biscayne is trickier. There's a lot of walking, a lot of walking people. But we can do Coral Gables. There's also a Capital One Cafe there. So we meet at Capital One Cafe in Coral Gables and walk the area. That's a hit and miss. Um, Being Coral Gables, there can be a lot of people, or they can all be inside. But we'll see, and we'll see if we can do the Day of the Dead if we're in town. If I'm in town, I wasn't last year. They do that in Coral Gables, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, so again, next month is street photography. You can join me Saturday, and we can do some street photography there. And if not, if you have time, you're near 8th Street. 8th Street is a great place to do street photography. We've done that together. Coral Gables, if you don't want to go down to 8th Street, is also a place that I do a lot of street photography. Um, I'm trying to think. Key Biscayne and downtown Miami, Bayside. I've done some photos there, and I actually do great. I think it's always so much fun taking photos of people in the Metro Mover. Some real characters in there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
but
And this Saturday is 10 o'clock, correct?
it is at 10 o'clock at Capital One,
Okay.
which is right by the Apple Store. Okay. Um, I'll be there probably. I'll wait. I'm hoping I get there also myself on time. But 10 a.m. I'll figure we can meet up there around 10:15, 10:20. We'll just hang outside a little bit, take some photos, and wait for any stragglers. The problem is most people don't say that they're going or not. So we end up in that situation where we leave and then all of a sudden somebody shows up. So I try to give it some time. And at least right outside there, you can still do some street photography. And then we slowly walk all the way down to the beach. There's normally always art and statues and fountains and water lilies and a lot of interesting stuff going on over there. Okay, so hopefully if you can make it, we'd love to see you all there. Okay,
Sounds good. Thanks,
Okay.
all
Del.
righty. Till next
Bye.
time.
Bye.
Bye.
Right.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Thank you.